Hey you guys, it's me Kiana coming back again with another video about Atkins. I'm doing this again because I wanted to let you guys know that are interested in the Atkins program. If your curiosity has been piqued and or you're about to embark on the Atkins program, I wanted to let you know on some of the things that you will or will not experience. Now, as I'm talking, I'm sitting here next to hubby and he's sitting here eating Edie's cookie dough Nestle Toll House ice cream. And I have no desire whatsoever to have it. It's not even an issue where he has to run out the room and eat certain things, or it's not even that serious. And I'm going to tell you why. The Atkins program will change your taste buds. Um, and whatever I'm saying to you guys, I'm not saying to you guys because I'm getting anything to say this to you. I'm just basically I'm trying to give people that need help a, another opportunity, another way, another chance to see that it is a way they can get out of it. I was at a place where I did not think that I could change my weight, you guys. I've always loved myself. I've always thought I was beautiful. I've always had high self esteem. I've always been curvy, even though I'm big. I've always been attractive. I've always never had a man shortage. I've never had any of those issues that are stereotypical with a plus size woman. But at the same time, I've always had to worry about if I could fit in a chair. I've always had to worry about what's the distance of me getting out of the van and going into certain places. I've always had to worry about if, in fact, I can go on a field trip with the kids. I've always had to worry about how am I going to go around the whole zoo without having to sit down and embarrass myself or hold everybody up because I can't make it. I've always had to worry about trying to get all the items I need out of the market or the wholesale store without having a feeling like my body needs to sit down or take a breather. I've always had to, you know, instead of making sure the parking spaces is not all the way across the parking lot, but rather daddy dropped me off at the front door and then he comes back and get me. I've always had to worry about these kinds of things. I've always had to worry about if the bed frame is not going to break. I've always had to worry about, if we may have to get a new king size mattress in a couple of years and have to every certain amount of years get a new one. I've always had to worry about these things. So although I had high self-esteem, I got to a place where I did not want to have to worry about these things. I want to be able to live. I want to be able to live without concern. I want to be able to live without worry. There's so much things we have to worry about in our life, and there's so many things that we can't avoid having to be concerned about. But the things that I can avoid, the things I don't have to have in my mind, I don't want to have them anymore. I've had them for all the years I've been on this earth as it is. And I feel as though it's time for me to not have to worry and not have to be concerned and to live, truly live. So that's why I embarked on the Atkins program. Now, um, as I was first started off saying, Atkins will change your taste buds. Yes, you have to struggle past the part of wanting the certain foods because in the induction phase, your body is actually going through a detox. It's somewhat like a junkie or a drug addict. And when he goes to detox, his body is basically in shock. And you're going to experience that shock syndrome. Now, for the first 3 or 4 days when you're on the Atkins program, you're going to feel really sluggish. And this is why I made sure I logged everything that was going on in my life on YouTube when it's concerning the Atkins, because you can actually go back when I first embarked on Atkins 30 something days ago, and I would tell you that I really felt like I wanted to go to sleep. Now, you all that follow me know that I'm not one to actually sleep in the daytime, but I literally, for those first 3 and 4 days, I literally had to take a nap in the daytime. I could not stop myself. And now, after learning about the Atkins program in depth, I know that my body was detoxing and in somewhat of a shock. because it was so used to being overwhelmed with excessive amounts of carbs, and my body has started to be addicted physically to those carbs. And when I eliminated those carbs, my body basically did not like it and wanted to shut down, because my body had to transform from running on nothing but carbs to running on fat that I put into my body, and also fat that's been stored in my body for years. So now my body is burning the fat that's been there all this time. And since I have so much fat, it's burning like crazy. So that's why you see such an extreme weight loss when you're on Atkins, and that's why you see an extreme weight loss with me. And I say extreme because I think the 22 and a half pounds in 35 days is pretty extreme. You got to look at it like this. If you're only 160, you're a little bit overweight as far as chart weight. Now, to me, you built like a brick house, okay? Because I'm ideal. I'm built like a brick stacked house at like 195, 205. I mean, for real, okay? Now, somebody that's 160, literally, if you were to lose the weight that I've just lost, you would go down to chart weight in 30 days. Just imagine. Now, on me, because I have so much weight to lose, it's a big deal, but it's not in some ways. But if you're looking at somebody that's going from literally 160 down to literally 135 in 30 days, that's a lot of weight. And that's when you really see how much weight you really have lost, when you can compare it to something like that. So, I was saying that Atkins will change your taste buds because you literally, you get stuck on certain meals. Now, it's funny because Atkins is a funny thing. That's why you see it in the title. Atkins really is a funny thing. Because I would literally, for 7 days in a row, get stuck and fixated on a certain food. And I know it's Atkins because, and it's the way my body is processing food now and all that kind of stuff. Because I literally will go without, I will literally eat, let's say, cheese eggs 7 days in a row and love them. I mean, look forward to eating them. And then the next week I won't even want eggs. Or I literally will want just, these are just examples. Deviled eggs for 8 days in a row. And then the next week I won't want any. I literally will want sunflower seeds every day for 6 days in a row. And then the next week I won't want any. It's really crazy how Atkins makes your taste buds change. Now, I sit around with all kinds of snacks, as you all know, because the kids eat them and daddy eats them. I have every kind of ice cream under the sun, every kind of ice cream bar under the sun. I have every type of popcorn, the new pop-up bowl popcorns, and all kinds of stuff. I have all kinds of chips and cookies, and I have whole cakes and all that in my house. And you will not see me take not even a morsel of it. Um, the reason why is because your taste buds again change. Um, I literally crave raw broccoli and blue cheese dressing like crazy. I mean, I've had to send daddy to the store because I ran out, and where he was thinking maybe he gonna go get snacks for the house or whatever, or something good that we wanted to eat that day. My choice, and I came out my pocket to actually pay for, please daddy get me some broccoli and some blue cheese dressing. Your taste buds change. Yes, I had the opportunity to get some other kinds of snacks or some other kinds of food, but I actually was craving like crazy blue cheese dressing and broccoli, and I would eat that sometimes for 6 days straight. Now I would eat other stuff, and I made sure my broccoli amounts didn't go over my allotted carbs, but I literally did not want to stop eating it. Okay, so that's why I titled this video that, because you are going to see that you're going to get fixated on certain foods, and it's going to be strange, but go ahead and eat them. Because see, that's why I don't feel deprived, because I make sure that whatever craving I have, because my taste buds have been basically altered around the Atkins foods that I'm allowed or allotted. I eat whatever I'm allowed. I eat whatever I have a craving for, and because the cravings are usually or always Atkins friendly, I go ahead and eat them. So there's no need to be feeling deprived. Does my mind sometimes want that stuff? Yeah, I look at it and I'm like, oh, it look good. But it's not so overwhelming like before when I was on low calorie diets and stuff that I could not fight it. So basically, I'm just telling you these things because a lot of people are embarking on the Atkins diet. They are interested because I have lost the amount of weight that I've lost on it. I eat great foods, you guys. I would not lie to you when I tell you I do not feel deprived. I do not feel like I'm not, not eating. I do not go to bed hungry. I'm full all the time. I have to force myself to eat to keep my metabolism going. The most thing I struggle with is the water, but I make sure I do it. It's just, I can hate it all day long, but I do it. If I have to force myself and chug a lug it right then and there, right standing at the sink, I will. Okay? I don't like it. I'm just being honest with you. Hate it to death. But I do it. And you can do it too. So I'm just telling you this, you guys, because it is literally, I've had about 200 people either start the program or are about to start the program. And I wanted to give you as much power with knowledge and just heads up as I can. I also wanted to tell you very quickly that you may experience or may not constipation at times. If you do experience that, I'm going to tell you how you can get rid of it. Start eating vegetables that have high fiber. Just because you allotted 20 carbs a day, that don't mean eat 20 carbs a day in Doritos. You need to choose those 20 carbs by making sure you incorporate those 20 carbs in your vegetables. And try high fiber vegetables. Again, I haven't experienced constipation really because I eat a lot of broccoli because I crave that. So I don't have that problem. Also, the water intake that you have also has something to do with that. So if you're drinking the amount of water that you need, you're incorporating um, high fiber vegetables in your diet, then you're going to be good to go. Okay? So if you experience it every now and then, you can take a little laxative or whatever, that's not a problem. Also, make sure you take a multivitamin. That is imperative. A lot of people always rant and rave that don't understand, they're ignorant to the fact of Atkins program is so unhealthy, you just eat meat all the time. That's not true. I've eaten more vegetables than I've ever eaten in my lifetime, and this is the honest God truth of being on the Atkins program. Not only that, I've taken, as far as my body, feeling clean, feeling energized, feeling rejuvenated, and having all the vitamins in my body. This is the most I've had as far as vitamins and vegetable intake and stuff ever in my body. Now, I can even say that when I was pregnant and stuff, I took my multivitamin, I took my pregnancy vitamin, my prenatal, but I skimped on the vegetables at times. This diet forces me to have to eat a certain amount of vegetables because I cannot go over my carbs, but I cannot go under my carbs as well. And since meat doesn't have carbs, I have to have those vegetables. If you don't eat the vegetables, which is the small amount of carbs that you allotted, you will not be successful at this program and you will not lose the maximum amount of weight that you can lose. That's why I said you have to read the book because it's kind of complicated, but once you get it, baby, you got it. And once you get it, you're going to see all the results of your knowledge on your body. So, on that note, you guys, I hope this has helped you all in some way, shape, or form. I love you all so much. I have faith in you, and I know that if I can do it, you guys, you can too. And I will walk with you, not beside you or behind you. I will literally walk with you through this whole process, and we going on it together. I started 35 days ago, you guys, and I'm going to continue with it until we are done. So until I talk to you again, know that I love you. I send this with all the love I have inside of me. And I know, you guys, that we can do it together. So, on that note, I love you all so much. Be blessed.